Welcome everyone to the autumn equinox ceremony. This is such a yummy time, as we were just speaking into. I'm muting everyone so we don't have any background noise. So let's dive in. Here we go. Let's call in sacred space. So everyone take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop those grounding cords down, send your roots down, really plug into mama. We got rain here, so the ground is soft and inviting. Plug in your roots, spread them out. And then once you're really grounded, inhale. Draw that earth energy up through your body, send it up and out through the top of the head, connect with the heart of the Great Mother above us, and then inhale that beautiful cosmic balanced energy down through your body and send it all the way down into the earth, activating that as above, so below flow. Then connecting with that flow, breathing in and breathing out, activate the as within, so without. As the universe, so soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give such great thanks to be here on this planet in a physical body right now. Moving to the south, we welcome water. We welcome clear, clean, current, emotional energy. We welcome love and joy and abundance and flow into our circle. Moving to the west, we welcome air and mind, focus and clarity. And moving to the east, we welcome fire and movement, passion, divine right action. Moving to the center, we call in the divine masculine and the divine feminine in sacred right relationship. We call that beautiful energy down through our bodies, and we call up Mama Gaia to pull and magnetize that energy through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary souls into this circle. We ask that all of these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us today. For our mutual benefit. Aho. can begin because everything's right with it now. I always feel like that. So hopefully, I know that many people that I've spoken to have been going through it. There's been lots because we're at the peak of transformation on this planet right now. But hopefully this little season right in here is going to give us a reprieve. And but just take a minute. We just want to settle. We want to feel into our bodies, really ground, send your grounding cords down again. Just let yourself be present with whatever's here and be grateful for it. Nothing that we've ever accomplished in our lives has been notoriously easy. It's usually because we've had to go through something big. So even the things that have been just kind of driving us crazy, we're going to look back and be grateful that we made the shifts that we needed to make. So let's just look at what's happening. We've just shifted into Libra. Hey, Val. Hey, Linda. This happened last night. So this was the equinox last night. Well, actually, the sun entered into Libra last night at 8:04. And so we're at that balance point. Still in it. Usually 24 hours before and 24 hours after, we are right at the peak. And so this is the time, you know, it's the equinox. It's the time when you can balance an egg on its end. It's the balance point on the planet between light and dark. And what that means is, first of all, during this month, this Libra window, it's all about relating and creating. It supports aesthetic appreciation, harmony, balance. I always think when I think of Libra, I think of, you know, can't we all just get along? Because that's what Libra does. It lets everyone have a voice at the table. But there's, you know, there's always more happening. This is the fall equinox. What that means is that intentions that we set right now, they will tend to carry through the next 3 months. So we can, you know, you should be planning your 3-month calendar, planning for the end of the year. And there's other things happening. So not only, and we're going to talk about Mercury retrograde in a minute, but not only are we having an equinox and everything's gone into Libra, the sun and Mercury are practically on top of each other. So this is going to energize learning, communication, and teaching. And Mercury is also in Libra. So it supports creative writing and harmonious communication and special, and that can get special support right now. The moon and Ceres are also conjunct. So for those of you that have had a little bit of emotional upheaval, that's also on the forefront. So you want to, I always kind of snicker to myself. You would think that this would be a very balanced time, but I always know the moon cycle, when we move into this moon cycle, we always get very calming herbs like chamomile and lavender, because things can be bumpy even in the balance when we're trying to hold that balance. Now, the other thing that's highlighted and really, well, let's talk about this one first. The T-square with Saturn, Uranus, and the lunar nodes is this equinox most important aspect. And it asks you to shake up. any, like we want shakeups, but any structures that don't align with your life purpose, and then reconfigure them so they do, or so that, or create something new. So my sense, what this has been saying to me, is that this is a pivotal time to really look deeply and listen deeply to what are those things that you have known and known and known that you need to change, and you haven't gotten around to it. Those are the things. Those are the things that we need to be looking at now. Finally, Thor's hammer with the sun, Saturn, and Uranus. It started yesterday. It peaks on 9/26, and it ends on 10/1, right before Mercury goes direct. It strongly aspects this Libra new moon that's coming. So the new moon's on Sunday. So Saturn and Uranus square, and this year's and last year's most powerful aspect. It's been the main astrological driver of the dramatic global changes we've seen, both good and bad, because it's this shakeup pattern. It's Saturn is saying, get your ducks in a row. And Uranus is saying, think outside of the box. So if you've been narrowly focused, it's way time to think bigger, to really let yourself just bust out and shine. So are there structures in your life, which is Saturn, that are ripe for radical reinvention? Name it and claim it. If something in your life becomes unstable or peculiar, look closer. Is there something you can do to make it support you better as you more fully embody your unique human design? Uranus and Saturn's placement in Aquarius also encourage you to follow your intuition and to serve others with your favorite gifts and talents. So we've been saying this, but this is the time of transition. I mean, I'm just going to keep going, and then we'll sum it up at the end. Add to the mix that Mercury's in retrograde and conjunct the equinox sun. And both of them, now this is something that hasn't happened, won't happen again for 96 years. They're both at the 0 Libra point, or very close to it. So, and Venus just went to the underworld. So there's all kinds of things that are happening now that won't happen again in our lifetime. We are still right at that peak of transformation, the end of that 26,000 year cycle and the beginning of the new one. So that's what it means when it says the sun is aligned with the North Galactic Pole. So we're at this place where we're trying to balance everything, the inner and the outer, the light and the dark, everything that's happening in the physical world and what's happening in the, the multidimensional world. All of that is kind of meshing together so that pretty much now there is a possibility that you can ask for whatever you want and or whatever you need to move forward, and you'll get it. I mean, that's, even though there's lots of shakeups, usually those shakeups are coming because we're avoiding something, because we know we need to fix it and we're not looking at it. So now's the time. If there are things that you've been avoiding, yeah, I'll get to that someday, don't wait, because Saturn and Uranus are going to push it. So go ahead right now, surrender, and go inside, listen for guidance and messages about how, and what is the one thing that if you changed it would change everything? This alchemical moment won't happen again in your lifetime unless you're going to live to be 96 years older than you are right now. So what are those things that you really need help with, that you really need to ask for, that you really, that are going to support you and are also going to support the next 7 generations and beyond? That's the way we need to think about this. So I'm going to give you a little minute. I'm going to move these guys over. Things you may want to consider. Deep listening. Where do you need to deeply listen and feel into your life? What has to change in your life? What do you need to shift right now? Are there things in your life, especially in your relationships, that need healing? This is a time of balance between light and dark. What is out of balance that needs to be set right? So I'm going to give you a few moments with those questions. I'm going to go get my journal. I actually didn't bring it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get us started on the card pull. You just keep journaling because you're going to get to journal with all of the elements and answer those questions to help you get ready to set an intention. So in the earth realm, I thought this was very timely. I pulled practical wisdom. When things seem out of balance and we don't know which end is up, it is so helpful to just go get on the ground. And she offers us such practical insight and wisdom. Yeah, for sure. Wisdom, or practical wisdom, is one of the golden nuggets of the Earth Mother's gifts. Sometimes it can feel elusive simply because it's so practical. The solution is usually literally hiding in plain sight. If you're struggling with a problem, go outside and sit on the ground, maybe next to a tree. Get quiet. Imagine your roots going way down into the earth. Ask for her practical wisdom. Then relax and wait. The answer is as close as your breath. So, is there any place where you need to get practical? Ask the Earth Mother to speak to you about that. In the water realm, I pulled abundance, defined as a state or condition of having a copious quantity of something. Plentifulness, abundance truly describes the natural state of this planet. Everything here has the potential to show up abundantly. The natural progression of life on this planet is to beget more life, to grow into more and more abundance. If there are places in your life where you don't feel abundant, it's time to prime the pump. Spend some time aligning with the energy and vibration of abundance. Where do you need to remember that abundance is your natural state? Where do you need to be open to receive? The miracle key for stimulating abundance is gratitude. Where do you need to be grateful today for what may be coming tomorrow? Then moving to the air realm, intention. Intention is the tool we use to drive the car of creation. We literally focus our actions and behaviors by directing ourselves toward our desired outcome through intention. This is why we do ceremony. We set the course for the next cycle in our lives by setting intention and dancing and calling in all of the elements to help us. Even though words are the most common way we state our intention, our actions are also ways that we speak to the universe about our intentions. So we want to be careful that our words and our behaviors are in alignment. We can't intend to we can't say to the universe, I'm going to eat healthy, and then order pizza. I mean, or unhealthy pizza. That's just it's like the universe pays attention to more than just what we say or just what we write down. In CCT lingo, our energy and our consciousness have to be aligned in order for whatever it is we're manifesting to manifest. So intentions need to be simple, positively stated, forward moving, and direct and to the point. Intentions are not goals. You may have a goal to lose 20 pounds. An intention you could state around it might be, I intend to walk every day and release sugar in order to lose 20 pounds. So you want to get really precise and really clear. So be thinking about what kind of intentions you want to set for number one, this moon cycle, and number two, this equinox time. Good. Jennifer, I love you. Thank you for being so honest. She says, I just did that today. I wanted to eat healthy and ate leftover pizza. Story of our life. That's exact. So learning lesson. Now you know, okay, my consciousness is here. My energy's not quite caught up yet, but it's on the way. Okay, so we just set that intention and take steps forward. I love it. Okay. And this is the reason we do all of it. Transformation, in the fire door. Transformation is what fire does. It transforms wood to ash, water to steam, cold air to warmth. It is a magical ability to literally shift something in the physical to a totally different form is nothing short of what would appear to be a miracle. This is the energy of fire, causing molecules in something to speed up and change form. Where do you need transformation? Where do you need to speed up the molecules in your life to transform it into a thing of beauty? How can fire help you transform your world? We're going to support you in that, Jennifer. We're just going to hold space for you. And kudos to you for doing it, for signing up and putting in that accountability. Usually we all need that if we're going to accomplish something. So I respect and honor you for sharing it, not just with your naturopath, but with the whole group. And then in the spirit realm, I pulled synchronicity. And this is going to be the joyful part of this section. I love synchronicity because to me, it reminds me of spirit surprising me. Spirit giving me that little extra nudge to let me know that I'm on track. Synchronicity speaks to the seemingly random chain of events orchestrated by the universe at just the right time in the right space. It gives the feeling of feeling blessed and being in the sweet spot. It's that random phone call that offers you the job you needed, or the chance meeting with just the right person, the book at the library that leaps off the shelf. It's right timing, it's grace. It's the blessed reminder that even in the darkest of times, We are never alone in this world. So invite synchronicity into your life this month and for the next 3 months, and be on the lookout for it. So take a minute after you sit with spirit, take a minute and set an intention for this equinox season for the next 3 months. Set an intention for that. Where do you want your life to be directed? I love that we're in this window of the new moon and the equinox. Those of you that have done CCT professional, do a chart for this time. This is a really yummy window to harness some really good energy to see us through to the end of the year. So other things coming up. If you haven't heard, if you have a bright idea and you don't know how to get it out to the world, this is how. This is how most of you found me. And now I'm going to, and you don't have to have a business. You don't have to have a list. You don't have to have anything to start. If you're ready to jump in with both feet, I'm going to teach people how to do summits and how to grow your business like I did. Most feminine way on the planet. So you can go to the page on the website, watch your email, sign up for a conversation with me if you need to. I'm going to do it one more time before the end of 2022. I couldn't not do it. So if you've wanted to join Priestess and you missed out the last time, we're going to do one more starting October the 26th. That's right in the new moon window in October. So watch your inbox for details and jump in while we're still in 2022. And then finally, several of you have asked when I'm going to do CCT again. That's coming again October 14th and 15th. This is level 1. So if you've never learned CCT before and you want to, you can jump in October the 14th and 15th. All right, y'all, we're going to dance and empower those intentions that you just set. Here we go. Let's activate everything you've put in place. All right, everyone. This was fun. We'll do it again at the full moon. I will see you all then. Have a great weekend and a fun celebration.